Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. And welcome back. Welcome again to another video. So, today I want to talk about something that I realized recently. It took me quite a while to recognize this thing about myself, and I really want to share it with you. I mean, I am sure, or probably you have heard this thing before, what I'm gonna say, and me too. Like, I have heard this sentence a lot before, but I have never ever known how important it is, or how real and how true it is until I felt it, like, until it happened to me, until I recognized that it's just happening to myself. If you keep hearing sounds like this, annoying sounds, it's because I'm sitting on a new chair which is still covered with plastic or whatever, and every time I move it's like, yeah, but I can't do anything. I will try not to move. Okay, listen to me. You have to know, you have to be sure that the people, including the guy that you attract into your life, is a pure reflection of you. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or how much you believe it or not, it is true. It is a fact. The guy that you attract into your life is a reflection of you. I did not know that. I kept attracting men who had similar mentalities. They were not so good, and I kept blaming myself to a level where I thought I am not meant for this thing. I'm not meant for love. I'm not meant to be in a relationship. This is not my thing. I cannot succeed in this thing. And I was having those thoughts that, okay, that's fine. Maybe I should give up on this. I cannot succeed in everything. I cannot have everything, and maybe relationships are one of the things that are not for me, not meant for me. But that's not true. Love is meant for everyone. And it will keep happening to you the wrong way until you realize it, until you recognize and notice what's the wrong thing, what's wrong, what's the pattern, what's going on. Everybody is capable of having the best relationship, the relationship of their dreams. You only need to recognize what's wrong, and you need to study yourself enough to know what's wrong with you and try to work on it in order for you to attract the best partner or the partner of your dreams. I did not know that before. If you think like me, that if you're beautiful, if you have good education, then you deserve a good man. That's not related. I have to tell you, it's not related. Of course, it's very important because it adds a lot to your confidence, to your self-value and self-worth, but it's not actually directly related. That if you have some privileges, or if you're well educated, well mannered, well looking, or good looking, then you will attract a good man. It's not related, because I'm sure you have seen a lot of things that contradict this idea or this theory, and I did not know that before. But recently I was trying to really study and know myself, and I simply asked myself a very simple question, which is, why do I want a man in my life in the first place? And my first response was that I want love, I love love, and I want to be in a relationship because I'm a romantic person and I want love. But I thought about it more deeply, and I realized that that's not it, because the way I was attached to this idea And the way that I wanted what I wanted very bad, it showed that there is more to it than just wanting love. And I kept thinking about that until I recognized that what I actually want is security and safety. I always viewed men as a source of security and safety, and that I cannot be really actually safe until I have a man next to me. You know what I mean? And that's why I kept looking for men to provide for me security and safety. I needed someone to save me, to protect me, and all these stuff, all these fantasies, because I never really felt safe my entire life. I don't know where it came from my childhood, from traumas, from war, I don't know, but I never felt really secure in myself. And that's why I was always looking for security outside or in men in general. And don't get me wrong, men in general have a very big role in that. They are actually a source of security and safety, but only if they are the right man for you. If they are a masculine man, if they are a good man. But the first thing that you should realize, or that I should have realized, is that I cannot look for anything outside unless I have it or I provide it for myself. For example, love. You cannot expect people to love you if you do not love yourself. That's a rule. You cannot expect safety from others if you don't feel safe on your own. And I realized that if I don't work on myself to provide security and safety for myself, to feel safe and secure on my own, then I will keep attracting men with the same mentalities. I will keep attracting dominating men and narcissists, which was happening to me. So, first of all, I should know and you should know that the only security and safety that one can have is God. He is our creator, He is our protector. He created us. He brought us on this planet. So He is the only one that we can blindly lean on. He's the only one that we can blindly trust, that we can just surrender to Him, surrender to His power. Just let every worry that we have on Him. And especially after I lost a friend who passed away in war in my home country, I really knew that nobody, not your partner, not your family, not your health, not your wealth, not your money, nothing can save you when it's your time to go, to pass away, or when something bad is going to happen to you. Nothing can save you. No one. So why leaning on people? Why depending on people to protect us and to provide for us, especially us as women? Because we, in our feminine energy, I believe that we need protection, or we want, or we feel that we want protection and security and safety, and we expect this from men rather than expecting it from our creator, who can really and actually save us and protect us from anything, from the worst things that can happen to us. All our destinies are in God's hands. Everything, our futures, our pasts, our presents, everything is written for us, and everything is in our Creator's hands. So He is the only security for us, and He is the one that we should depend on, that we should go to whenever we feel unsafe, whenever we feel not really secured. So going back to the first point that I was talking about in this video, that the guy you attract is a reflection of you, and that's what was happening to me. So if you're an angry woman, you will attract a provoking man. If you are a weak woman, you will attract a dominating man. If you are a very caring and very giving woman, you will attract a man who will take advantage of you, of everything you have, mentally or physically or whatever. If you are a woman who lives in a victim mentality, you will attract a narcissist. If you are a woman who has attachment issues, you will attract a careless man. And you will keep attracting the wrong men into your life until you recognize what's wrong with you and try to fix it. Otherwise, you will not be fulfilled, you will not be really happy, you will not have a, not perfect because there's nothing perfect, but like a good relationship, because there's something wrong with you. If you are angry all the time, you will never have a good relationship. You have to work on yourself. If you have a victim mentality all the time, you will never be happy. Even if you have the best man in the world, there's something wrong with you. And that's how God put people in our paths, in order for us to know ourselves better, in order to work on ourselves, in order to become the best version of ourselves. It's not only about romantic relationships, also friendships. Everyone that you meet is there to teach you a lesson, and you have to be aware enough, you have to recognize the pattern, you have to know what is the lesson out of this relationship, instead of just mourning and blaming and crying and complaining that nothing is working out, that it will never work out, because that was me. I mean, I was not crying, but I was like, in the end, I had this idea that that's not for me. I'm not meant to have a relationship. But that's not true. I only need to recognize a pattern that I was having, that was happening to me, and to be aware of it, to know myself, to know what's wrong, and work on it. Relationships always carry messages for us, things you need to fix in yourself. Otherwise, you will not have the life you wanted, the relationship you want. So, what I want to say in the end is that, first of all, always be open. Don't close yourself because you've had several bad experiences. No, always be open. But at the same time, try to be aware. Try to be, what is the word? Like, receptive to signs, to messages. Know why God is putting those people in your life, why God is sending these situations, these problems, whatever. Try to catch messages, try to be receptive, and know what is the lesson that you have to teach yourself out of this experience. So in the end, never ever view yourself as a failure in anything, especially in relationships. Just try to know what's wrong. Try to recognize again the pattern and see what's wrong with you in order to stop attracting the same thing, the same men, the same relationships. Work on yourself. Always try to be a better version. Always look for answers of your questions. Always ask yourself a lot of questions and try to answer them, even if they sometimes don't make sense. But in the end, you will see it all comes together and you instantly just find and figure it out. Like, oh, it was like that. That's why it happened this way. So you will have everything figured out. You only need to be a bit more aware and to recognize again the signs of everything that happens to you. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you learned anything, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.